Hi, my name is Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer, and every single Friday I give you your macro technical analysis video, top-down analysis. We do Bitcoin, Bitcoin dominance, Tether dominance, total 3, the DXY, the S&P futures, the NASDAQ futures, gold, SOL, and more. Let's go, baby. I'm going to jump on into the charts right now and show you what I showed you last week and show you what happened. It was amazing. Almost all our calls bubbling. Bitcoin still inside of a bull flag. I suggested that the next week we would be higher. A week later, we are higher. The bull flag continuing to the upside. I see this flag continuing. When I come out next week, I see us higher. I could go into the macro, into the small, and show you that the 4 hours in a bit of a ascending triangle, and we can have all this fun, and we broke out of the diamond. And that's likely going to happen. I'm watching this flag eventually. Looks like it's going to eventually play out on the bigger time frames and take a big move on out. That measured move 126,000. But we don't really need to do that just yet. And I just want you to focus on that weekly. The weekly looks beautiful. Like we're going to get a continuation further to the upside. It looks like a next candle that will be 3 white soldiers with continuation. That takes us to 137,000. Bitcoin looking beautiful. I suggest next week we are higher than we are this week, just like I said last week. So spot on from last week's technical analysis. I like what we're seeing. Let's jump into total market cap. The total market cap, same thing, just a little more wicks here outside the top of the channel, suggesting it's going to continue to the upside. I like that 3-day. I like how it's low in the stochastics, pointing up. We do have a bit of a double top. We got to close above 3.65 to remain bullish, but I like what I'm seeing here, and this is a bigger move. Once this gets above, boom. I suggest next week we are above 3.65 trillion on our way for bigger gains. The total market cap of all of cryptocurrencies, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, which is total 3, is really the altcoins. And the altcoins say, hey, we're about to blast. Maybe a little bit of a pullback, maybe to the bottom of the channel, but it almost looks like we may never even go below 1 trillion again. We may get tight in here and blast, look for the retest. It suggests next week, in the next 2 or 3 day candles, we're either here, or maybe even just budding above this $1.13 trillion mark. But it suggests that either we're consolidating tightly or on our way out. But either way, I see a move coming for these altcoins. And maybe it's not next week perfectly, but by the end of the month, into February 14th and, halfway through February, I see a big move coming here for the altcoins. The altcoins look great right now. We do have to break that high, but I see consolidation getting tight, and boom, it's only a matter of time. MACD shows signs of a push. RSI looks good, and so does the stochastics. I like what I'm seeing here for the total market cap and all of the altcoins, total 3. Bitcoin dominance. If Bitcoin's going to go on another big tear, then Bitcoin dominance will too as well. We showed you this cup and handle last time. It was like a 3-day chart that I'd like to show it to you guys, and I suggested the cup and handle would break out, right? We were somewhere here last week, and look, 1, 2, in the last 7 days, this thing did continue. Just as we'll look at Bitcoin dominance. Looks like Bitcoin is about to make a boom out of this cup and handle. We suggested it is forming a symmetrical triangle. Could it go either way? But I suggest at least a pump. Maybe not to 6.3, but at least a pump here. Maybe then we double top, and that's when alt season begins to start. But it does suggest one more big run for Bitcoin dominance, as Bitcoin is about to probably get a big push. So that would take us to a bear flag here on Tether dominance. I told you this bear flag was likely to break down. It did a little bit, trying to do a little bit of a bearish retest, but I see this collapsing. That's a bear flag. Everything looking great for a dump to the downside here on US Tether dominance. This is how much money is in Tether compared to the rest of the market. And you can see it's going to fall. Nobody is going to want to be in Tether when this market starts to rip. The DXY, we talked about this being in a rising wedge. We said it's likely to break to the downside, head back to this key area, lose the 21, and then go to the 200 MA. I drew this out. Just as we told you so far, the DXY is dropping, losing that key resistance area, right? It couldn't break above it, and that's what we want to see, and that's going to create a massive rally. Not only are we going to get Bitcoin dominance, right, to rise up, but then maybe hit that resistance. Bitcoin dominance pulls back, the DXY is dumping. That spells altcoin season. We gave you gold. We told you gold was on its way to the upside. I told you to watch gold is going to break out. I've been on gold since down here, there, and then we showed you the tightness when it came back down. I drew this flag before it happened, said it would fill out the flag, and then showed you that it would break out. Gold did exactly that. It even hit the first target that I had, or pretty dang close to it, at 27.91, and you taken my gold call last Friday. Very tight with the higher low. First area is 2791 to hit that previous high. Afternoon, you would be in the money. So gold pushing. I see it headed all the way to 3,500 by April, possibly. It looks like the dollar could collapse pretty fast. A cheap dollar, a huge pump, and boom, boom, boom to the upside. We take a look at the S&P futures. I told you to watch out for a push. I said I suggest a bounce off the 618 golden pocket. So could we get the bounce on the 618? And last week I said I see us bouncing. We did that. I see us getting tight now and continuing to pump. That's exactly what happened. Had you taken that call from last week's macro analysis, you're in massive gains. Now, we are at a double top there. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a little bit of a pullback, got tight. Tight consolidation would create a massive pump. A huge pump here would create a pullback later. Each is possible. I'm bullish whether we consolidate or continue to pump. It does look like we may go sideways, though, when I come back next week. This is kind of, we may have had a little bit of a pullback, and we're ready for a bigger pump. The NASDAQ did the pump out the cup and handle like we talked about. It's racing cup and handle with this movement up. It's getting tight back inside the channel. I see the same thing here. A tight little move, possibly back to the top of the channel. Maybe it doesn't pump there, but then I see the NASDAQ ripping. Boom, 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 boom. And the NASDAQ began to rip as we suggested. Same story here. I see it hitting a resistance, consolidating, getting tight, and then getting ready for its massive leg up when that DXY collapses. All right. Now, Sol ETH, Sol beating up an Ethereum. You do not want to sell your Sol for Ethereum. Worst move in the world. Selling your ETH for Sol still looks like a great idea. And it looks like Sol is just going to be faster, quicker, and more people are going to use it. Nobody used Sol to launch the Trump coin. The ETH to launch the Trump coin. They used Sol. So why did that? Because they knew Ethereum wasn't going to be a bunch of a success. More people, less fees. Sol was going to be better. Sol went great. When people want to really make some gains and do something on a massive world scale, they're not using Ethereum. They're using Solana. This tells you Sol will continue to pump. Looks like a good trade there. Sol versus Ethereum to the upside. Everyone wants to know what's up with ETH. ETH is strong, and it's making a higher low. I see this cup and handle, shoulder, head, right shoulder. It's about to get ready for a pretty big move. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. It gets tight, and then boom. Yeah, I see ETH breaking out somewhere to $5,000, $6,000. Says it could happen there by July. And, Trump launched that World DeFi, World Liberty Finance, and that's huge. And they've been buying tons of Ethereum. They've been buying Bitcoin as well. So they've been stockpiling coins. Everyone says they launched a Trump coin, pumped it up, brought the altcoins down, then took all that money and was able to buy altcoins. Pretty strategic move. But either way, I believe it creates a huge move for crypto. I think it's very, very bullish. Some people are a little iffy on the Trump coin. I think it's greatly bullish. It brought a lot of people in. It brought the whole world united into crypto, and it can only continue to go to the upside. So this is your macro analysis. I see big things coming next week. Looks like we're going to have somewhat of a celebration next week. Looks like Bitcoin may outperform the S&P and the NASDAQ, though, when I look at the overall outlook. I hope you love this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, I go live every single day. I haven't taken a day off in 1,500 days. The most consistent YouTuber you've ever seen. Look me up. That is my reputation. My name's Sam. I'm the Crypto Lifer. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one.